So as an example, here's an Azure Local machine. It's one of my two nodes, and I'm going to go ahead and drop out to PowerShell. At this point, I'm going to go to the root and go into a drivers directory I've created and make a directory for the card that I have. Now, to verify what card we have in the server, we can go to ILO, and you're going to want your ILO screen up and ready for this, by the way. Go to System Information, and then click on Network, and you'll see the model of adapters. In this case, I have HPE Storage Networking 1600Q fiber channel adapters. So we're going to go ahead and update those adapters. So let me show you what that looks like. First thing, we need to download the right firmware. And we're going to do that from the doing a quick search. And usually the first thing that will pop up if you type in the model number is the product support page for that product. At which point I can go to drivers and firmware. And under drivers and firmware, you should see the new firmware for it right here. If I click that, you'll see all the firmware versions here, but more importantly, you'll see the download button. Click download, and instead of downloading it directly and doing this two-step process, we're going to copy the curl. And when you copy the curl, it'll show you what the command looks like if you wanted to use a curl command to download it. We're going to copy this into a buffer, and then we're going to go to our server, and we're going to say URL equals and put in that path. And then we're going to say my out file is going to be, let's call this sn1600q.exe. So now that I've got that set, I'm going to do invoke web request dash URL dash out file, and it will download that file for me. Now, by default, when you download a file from the web, it usually does something, which is it puts the file in a blocked mode. We're going to unblock that file, and then we're going to go ahead and run the file. And you see it brings up the Flash utility. I'm going to say OK. It's going to extract it. Stay installed. Now this install can take about 5 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here and jump right forward to the point where it's finished installing. Now the install is complete. I'm going to hit close and choose to reboot this node. Now we've rebooted the server, and now that we've rebooted, we can go ahead and check with ILO and take a look at the system. So we're going to go to System Information. Now again, make sure you disconnect from ILO and reconnect because you want to make sure you're not running on cached information. So you go to System Information and Networking, and you'll see that now I'm running the newest firmware. So we've done the upgrade on the firmware, but if you look at my HPE Remote Console, you'll see that the machine has rebooted into BitLocker mode. This is because as soon as I've rebooted the machine, it detected a major change in UEFI. So because Secure Boot is enabled, it decided to kick BitLocker on. So because of that, we need to be able to do the unlock process. So to do the unlock process, I'm going to log into my node that I have that's running. And get-as AS recovery key. And node 2's recovery key. See which one I need. One that ends in EF. So I'm going to go now. Unfortunately, I can't copy this because it's coming from a terminal session here, and I'm trying to push into the HPE remote console, so I'll just have to type it. See if I type that all correctly. And apparently I did. Give it just a moment to unlock and fully boot. Now I should note, not every firmware update or BIOS update is going to cause a machine to go into BitLocker mode, but you never want to be doing the update to all your nodes at once. You want to make sure you do it in a staggered update so one node is always running so you can recover those keys if needed. Now again, the server's up and booting, which means I should be able to connect up with my remote console. Make sure we're booted. Yep. And we're now logged in, and the firmware update process is complete.